no difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up, put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. I know you've been hurting deep down inside. Let me encourage you, it's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing, you keep holding on. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Thank you, Jesus.
Good morning. Samagadu here, the Sir Media Group, where we put your business in the streets. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. Oh boy, what a weekend I had. I enjoyed traveling. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. But it's been such a long time since I left lovely Atlanta and been able to travel into other cities and see some of my business associates that are really out there grinding. And but I had a blast. I really did. I recruited some people, did some extra things out there and enhanced some of my business associates' horizons. But today's broadcast, like I told you, this is one of the most favorite subjects. I love these subjects here. Building, talking about the future, generational. I want to talk about generational wealth. It's something that is scary because you either you know it or you don't. You can learn it. I mean, obviously we'll go through these learning stages, but it's a phenomenon. It's just something that always been mind-boggling to me. How the mind really works when it comes to passing things on to your children. Inheritance, okay? Legacy, wealth, generational wealth. Because it seems like, for the most part, that as a whole, we just don't get it. It's interesting, though. It's an interesting note that we could change that. And we will. The best experience for me is my experience. What have I been through and what am I going through, right? Like I said in another broadcast, is that my history didn't look too good. I mean, my history didn't look good, but my future didn't look even worse. When I really looked at what generational wealth really is, once I learned a little bit more about that, I knew it was bleak, and I knew I had to do something for my children and my children's children, and so on and so on. I believe, my sons and my daughters are in great shape. Now, there's one thing that I know, that we've got some more communicating to do, because it's just not a hand down, right? It's a responsibility that we have to teach our children that they have to take on in order for them to continue to flourish in the family business. Yes? Now, speaking and talking about this subject is touchy for a lot of people, especially people that don't have children. But that's not the point. It's the legacy of what you're going, your nieces, nephews, the children in the community. I mean, you can take on other people's children and get the same type of fulfillment, just like they were your own. And to put that kind of passion and that type of compassion into other people's children is phenomenal. I was talking to Keith last night, and it was very interesting that we were talking about this subject. And we talked about this lady. And I'm trying to tell you, if you talk and you speak this generational wealth to other people, it takes on a life of its own. It is a great motivator for you to know that you can help change somebody's life. Okay? Here it goes. If you are one of my business associates and you're looking to recruit people to move your merchandise and move your ideals along, right? There's some people that you're going to end up giving commission to, right? Because they're helping the business grow. This is some of the words and some of the psychology that's going to help our community flourish, because it's really all about psychology, folks. We put so much emphasis on a lot of things. Psychology is where it's at. It's how the mind moves, not the brain, how the mind works, right? So I said to Keith, I said, we were talking about how to help this lady, and I said, could you imagine if you told her that you give her a quarter for every bottle sold through her network? When the business owner gets the product, starts to move the product, and I said, imagine telling her that, boss, this stuff is moving pretty good. Do you have any other partners that would love to get this product? We need to help other people, because this is helping the community. The black people come in. It's helping black, because it's really, it seems like a black product, but the other nationality of brothers and sisters, they are actually gravitating towards it as well, right? But it said this is a great money maker, and that the brothers and sisters, they want this product. Do you know anybody else that want this product? Then I said, if you gave her a quarter for everything that was sold that she connected, I said, that she can help with her grandchildren. Because I asked them a couple of questions. I said, does she have children? He said, yeah, they're grown. I said, does she have grandchildren? Yes, she has grandchildren. They're in college or whatever. We don't know the stage of every one of those kids, right? But to be able to bless this woman with a quarter, even a dime. You don't get stuck on a quarter now. There's dimes work too, okay? But to get that through to her, get her understanding that when something happens to her, that her legacy, that she can pass that on, even when the kids are passed on, that money will keep coming. So he said, well, let me go ahead and call. I'm telling him, the story, but he'll hopefully he'll chime in and we'll ask him. So the lady says, he said, I'm gonna call her and tell her this good news. So he called me back. I said, call me back when you finish. And he did. And so before he could really talk, she said, this is the blessing that God has, the answer that God has, she been asking God to do. There's something there for, her future and she needs some extra money to help her family, right? I said, is that right? She said, man, you hit it right on the nose. So I'm opening up the line, 404-286-6700. It's 404-286-6700. Chime on in. Let's talk about generational wealth. We got to talk about this stuff, folks. Imagine what happens when we realize we have to put our children, our children's children, into a position. This ain't something a lot of people want to talk about. I believe there's other people out there doing it. Rich dad, poor dad. I mean, there's a lot of people out there talking about this stuff. Tony Robbins, and Jerry Clark. Jerry Clark is talking about it. And the deal is that most of these other entities, you have to go to these seminars. And you got to buy these books. And you got to buy the CDs, the DVDs, for you to get in there. Well, right now, I don't have no CDs. I have nothing to sell but my product. I have a story to tell and product to sell. And this is what's driving me. I had a lady yesterday, last night, she said, I want to pay you for some counsel. But I said, well, most of it's online. She said, yeah, but no, there's some deeper stuff that you don't talk about on the videos that I need. That is somebody that is very, 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 very intelligent. When you can pick that type of energy from the videos and then from the person you're talking to and say there's more. And I always said it. I said, we're brushing over this thing right now. But the deal is very powerful. And I talk to Mark all the time. I mean, his future is much, much clearer now. We're getting ready to get into other things that's going to make this whole business pop. Excuse me. Good morning, you're on the air.
Top of the morning.
What's up, big money?
Back that truck up.
You can hear that Brinks truck coming on in, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, man, that was a great conversation last night.
Absolutely.
And we based this topic off of what we talked about last night.
Mm-hmm.
Generational wealth.
Right.
And so I'm going to open up the door. I'm going to open up the floor and just, in your remembrance, give us what you remember and just feed us, man. What led us into that conversation? I'm just saying.
Well, because I have this new distributor that I just signed up, and man, she just on fire, and she got me into her store where she works at, and then she went and did a little advertisement. Potentially got us into another store, but I had to call you because it was the numbers. The guy was asking for a lower number. I just needed to see where we needed to be at.
Yeah.
Was there a profit in that? So that's when we came up with the, the give her a quarter thing. So that right there led to me calling you And then, you went to talking about, well, if you give a quarter, for everything that's sold, you say you're in good shape. You say, but on top of that, you say you let her know that even if something happens to her, say let her know that that quarter that you promised her, say tell her that it'll be passed on. So whoever it is she wants it to be passed on to her kids, her grandkids.
Crazy.
And I mean, that just blew my mind, man, to be able to bless somebody like that, because the job not offering her that.
No.
When you die and leave that job, when you retire, that's it.
That's it. The party's over and the kids ain't getting nothing. But you got a way now to bless her family. But dig this. One aspect of what we talked about last night, I want you to just remember this. Remember when you were talking about the guy was lowering the numbers?
Mm-hmm.
And I said to you, tell the guy this is your base number, whatever that base number was, is that he can sell it to them, his other business associate, based off the regular numbers, the top numbers, right?
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Right. Yeah, I like that. I like that because, like you said, you can, you like to use the term flipping. So he said you can flip him into being a master distributor for you.
Absolutely.
By letting them know, so we're giving you,
opportunity.
A number below.
Yes.
What we're actually offering. So if you got any other business associates, who would like this product, we're just telling you, you give it to them at the 250 number, instead of the 2 numbers.
And guess what? What if he didn't even have to deliver it?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
You see? He said, let me do the work. You come up with a number, say, as long as they buy like 200 or more,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
As long as they doing that, we'll go ahead and make it happen for you. And we'll go ahead and make sure you get that profit.
Hey, man, it just gets better. It just gets better.
Because that's one of the first things going to come to his mind. Man, I want to do that work.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can come to the shop and get it personally because most of his cut buddies are right in that area, right? And they're right there in that territory, So his associates can come right over to the shop and get it, right? But then he got some guys that's a little further away. He said, man, I ain't going way over there for that. That's where you come in, or one of your distributors, right?
Right.
That's where maybe she comes in. You say, hey, boss, let me do the delivery for you. And she knows she's getting that quarter.
Yeah, so he and her are basically put in the same situation. I mean, everybody making money,
That's what it's all about, though.
Mm-hmm.
But see, this is what causes generational wealth.
Right.
We just got to get to a point where we can be on top of it as well, right? And just getting a clearer understanding of what it is and why we doing it. Powerful. Very powerful. We sit back. We've seen it all happen for others and other people. And we want to say, blame all the white people doing this. No. This is something that the more we talk about it, the more it happens. The reason why it happens to other people, because they're talking about it. And they're sharing it. Not only talking about it, they're doing something about it. Right?
Yeah, man. a beautiful thing, you know. And I mean, I'm just so impressed because you can't underestimate anyone, because I'm just thinking about like that other show that she had when you were talking about, you know, selling to foreigners, you know. Now, here's a sister right now. She works at an establishment, you know, and you know she's black. The store owner of her store, he's white, and you know she went and you know did some advertisement and got us into a store where you know there's another person of another nationality who owns the store. So you know she just bought it, man.
How many other stores you think she's gonna go after? How many other stores you think she's gonna go after?
Hey man, it's you know what? She's gonna go after every store that's within her radius.
That territory.
She don't have no fear.
None.
Because she's 2 for 2 right now.
She got 2 stores.
2 stores.
Now that her grandchildren are going to get that money, how many more stores she going to go get? When you give her that first commission check, what do you think going to happen?
And you're going to have to be sending a truck down here. That's probably what's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to need our own courier. But she's not playing. You know, and I love it.
That's what it's all about right there.
Yeah, man.
When all the games stop, you know? And we realize that we got to help each other develop a system that our children can win. Listen, this thing ain't gonna last long. And I'm telling you, man, I'm not even trying to be selfish. The thing is, how far can we go as a nation of people if we decided that we're gonna let our legacy, we're gonna build our legacy, build the inheritance, right? For our children's children. And I said a little something during up the top of the broadcast. I said, even if you don't have children, to take on a community of other people's children, said this is to help your children, and they know because of you is happening. And they got this thing in their mind that this is what they're supposed to do. Right? Man, listen, let me tell you something, brother. At this point in my life, you think I'm building this for me? You think this is it? You think for my own gratification? I'm cool. Right where I'm. Listen, I told you, I think I told my wife, I told a lot of people, I told Mark for sure. God's getting ready to call me in another direction. I'm going on speaking tours. I'm getting ready to write books. Then what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I told you, Keith, when you start, and I'm telling everybody, when you begin to put video and video content on out in cyberspace, your world is going to change right before your eyes. Can you dig that?
That's what you said. That's right, bro.
And listen, I can work. You think, no, let me ask you this. In your right mind, some of the major companies out there, you think they would hire me to be on their team?
Absolutely. 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 Oh, man, look, I tell you all the time, man, you're teaching things that I didn't learn. That I didn't learn in my undergraduate studies, and I know people who've gotten in who are not teaching and talking about the psychology, man, and the the inner workings of business like you are, you know, because I mean, it's just not, man, you know.
That's amazing to me, man. That's amazing to me that God has chosen us. And chosen us to get the word out in a different perspective. This is bananas. When you can begin to, you know, this is going to happen quicker than you think, Keith. For that lady, watch how fast it's going on and watch how fast your name get out there. What if you got her to do a testimony? Thank you. And you put it on YouTube.
Hey, man, that's going to happen. Because let me tell you something, you know, we were talking last night, right? And you start telling me a story, right? You start telling me a story about her, you know, and about her having prayed, you know, and asking God for a blessing. I stopped you and I said, hey, man, I said, look, I said, that lady told me that story when I was sitting down in her living room on her couch. I mean, it was crazy.
Wasn't it crazy for me to say the words, the exact words, basically, what she was saying?
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you that exact. She said she had been praying for some extra income and another source of making some money, man. I said, I mean, I felt so blessed when the sister was telling me. So then me and you was talking last night, and you was like, hey, man, that woman been praying for that. She been praying for this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Brother Mac, I said, that's exactly what the lady told me. I said, I didn't get around to telling you, but and I said, when she was telling me, I said, I got to tell Brother Mac, you know, what the sister told me.
But I stopped you before you even said anything.
Mm-hmm.
I said, let me tell you what she said.
That's how it happened, bro.
Because you know why? It was so easy, but we all do that. This ain't no mystery, man. This ain't no mystery. This isn't a mystery. We all want something greater for our families.
Right.
We all send up prayers to Almighty. We all do it. Please, Lord. Please, God.
Right.
Help me find a way, Father, that I can open up the markets and let people in. And the first thing is the right thing, the selfish, so I can make a whole lot of money. Right?
That's right.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being that selfish? To say I want to make a whole lot of money. But what's so beautiful about it is that now how can I help other people make a whole lot of money? And that's where the rubber meets the road.
Man. I tell you, oh man, it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing because I'm gonna tell you why. Because so like I was in Baton Rouge yesterday, right, and I had my name tag on. I stopped in the store to get some gas station. So this Indian guy, right, he was so busy reading what my name tag was saying. He was holding up the line, you know, processing me to pay for my gas. So I said, I said, I'm about to get him. He just be reading the name tag. So I sprayed the car and I said, tell me what you think of that. So he's like, oh, okay. And I looked at the customer behind me. I said, sister, excuse me. I said, tell me what you think of that. She said, oh, it smells good. You know? But he wasn't the decision maker at the store. You know, he just, anytime somebody working the cash register, for the most part, they're not the decision maker.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to have to come back to that store and talk to the main boss, you know, about that product. And you know what? It would be a great store. It'd be a great store to do what you were saying last night. So another jewel you dropped was the test marketing.
And I said, yeah, man, because I see all these other look, I can remember when they first were launching Red Bull, and this Monster Energy drink. And they had these people riding around with these cars and these trucks wrapped, in the Red Bull, and also the Monster Energy drinks. And they had a guy and a girl, or two girls, or two guys, and they'd be out in the front just giving away the product.
There you go.
That's
it. Hey,
you said that last night. I said, and I tell you, bro, in my mind when you said it, I saw me I saw me and another person, with our T-shirts on,
there you go.
with our brand on it and our name tags, and just spraying cars. Hey, what you think of that? You like it? It's being sold.
Say free samples.
Yeah.
Free samples. The samples are spray.
Right.
Free samples. Just pull right on up. Let me spray your car. Come on. Free samples here. Free samples here. Come on over. Man, you get free samples? Yep. Here's my car. Hey, you know that I was staying at that Holiday Inn over there where I was staying at. What was that, Causeway?
No, Airline. Which one? In Baton Rouge or New Orleans?
New Orleans, the one on Causeway.
Causeway.
There's a gas station right next door to that hotel. I gave them your card and I sprayed some for them yesterday.
Now, are you talking about the Exxon or the one across the street?
The Exxon, right next door to it.
Okay.
So you need to go in there and follow up on that.
I will. And the one across the street.
There you
because
go.
I stop in there from time to time because that's more of an independent, and I think that Exxon is a corporate store. So
do a Google search. Do a Google search for all independent gas stations.
Right. See what I'm saying? See like that right there, what you just saying? Ain't nobody giving that kind of information out.
Oh, no. Hey, hold on. Your boy's coming through. I see him. Hold on. Call you on the air.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. There you go. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, Keith.
Yes, sir.
There go Patrick.
Good morning, Keith. Y'all showing up, man. What it do, baby? Y'all showing up. You ain't showing off, bro. You showing off right now, man.
You know what I thought about when y'all was talking about that? See, they got this, the windshield repair. They'll repair your windshield for free.
Right on the spot.
So you sit there in the parking lot, in the mall parking lot, empty parking lot, you got free sample, air freshener samples, they gonna pull up.
He's killing the game right now. He killed the game. He just did it up, bro. Hey, bro, let me tell you. You know, George Clinton's always talking about the mothership.
Yep.
And the mothership brothers.
The mothership connection.
Hey, bro. Anybody watching this here, bro, you better get on the bandwagon, bro. You better get as much as you can, because in a minute, some magic do, bro. The mothership coming and get him, bro. You got to take off on him.
Absolutely.
I tell you, you doing them tours, I said, I'll be right behind you.
I know that's right. Hey,
listen.
listen.
What you doing.
Hey, Patrick.
Yeah.
That was the ideal, because this is what we can test the market. You tell because say, listen, say a store owner, you let me set out a little tent, a little table out here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attract new customers to your establishment. All we're going to do is do a spray test. We're going to put up a sign, say free sample, check us out, and you got maybe a nice little lady there, and she's saying, come on over, free samples here at the gas stations. And the people are just coming on in. Just coming.
Yeah.
And then they're going to say, what? Hey, they say your car smell good. Yeah, they're down there spraying them cars, man, for free down there at that gas station.
Mm-hmm. And then they're going to go in the gas station and get a pop.
There you go.
Get their gas.
Get their cigarettes, get their ice cream.
Whatever. You right. Y'all on to it. Y'all on to it, boy. I tell you the truth. And now I can eliminate the cost. You know, I've been doing the spray cans as samples just to get them out there. You know, get my brand out there. You know. Yeah, I can stop that.
You right, bro. Hey, bro. Free samples. Because everybody loves something free, man.
That's right. Let me let your car smell good. Let me just come on over. Free sample. Come on. Come on over. Come over here.
Hey, man. Look. All my distributors gonna have that sales technique, bro. I mean that.
Absolutely.
That's good. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna let y'all open up the lines, man. I'm listening. I'm here listening. I got you.
Okay, beloved.
All
Appreciate
right,
you.
Keith. Take care.
Hey, I, you know, we're having an event here this Saturday, April the 19th. I want y'all to come on out, send some people over, especially if they have children. Tell them I'm giving away posters, President Obama posters. I'm giving away coupons to Don Taylor's Mexican restaurant. I'm just giving away stuff, and I want you to know I'm getting ready to spray your cars, bring your cars, and get them nice and clean, and bring them over here. And I'm gonna have some kids out there spraying your vehicles and testing the product out. And it's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful day. I want you to come on out. If you're out of town, get in here, drive on down. You know, I understand that some of y'all too far away. You don't want to fly. You know, just drive. Come on down and see it. It's going to be a customer appreciation day. It's really business appreciation day for my business associates. And we got free food. We're just going to do what we do. Matter of fact, they're going to be giving away clothes to some of the, you know, the less fortunate. It's going to be crazy, y'all. Come on out. Come on out. It starts at 2 o'clock. It ends at 5. We're going to have some great singers out there. We're doing spoken word out there. Gospel singers are going to be out there. It's going to be phenomenal. What a great event it's going to be. And this is the first of many. I want to thank Q Peoples for partnering up with me. He might even be listening in, calling Q. What we want, I haven't spoken to you in a while, but I was definitely calling you today. We want to set it off. Tell us some of the people are going to be on. My wife is going to be here. She's going to be speaking. She's going to be talking about image is everything. And what does your image say about you? And what did my image say about me, Keith, when you see me that first night?
Oh, say that again?
What did my image say about me when you see me that night?
Which night?
At the restaurant. The first night I got there. When I met with you.
Oh man, you know, hey man, you know, you the real deal because you the same person and more in person that you are on a radio show because on a TV show or a video. Because, you know, a lot of people are in character only when they're behind the screen, but that's you all the time, man. Like, you know, they say you do something for so long, it just becomes your personality. And it's like you're constantly looking for situations and turning them into opportunities.
Absolutely.
See? And I love that, bro. I love that. I mean, you got to say, your lighthouse stay on. See, some people lighthouse come on and go off. You'll stay on, man. I mean, from the waitress to, and then the name tag did exactly what you said it would do, man. I mean, it's like when you walk in with that name tag, I'm talking about, I'll be walking through the parking lot, I see people heads and stop and just start turning. So the only thing you need to do is just have your game tight.
That's it.
Because you already got their attention, you know. So the name tag, man.
What about those ink pens?
Oh yeah, the little egg pin, because it's handy. You know what I'm saying? You just like you like when I walked in the restaurant that night to come meet you, was like, hey, did you smell it? Yeah, man, right there in the front door. I hit up the whole little floor area right there.
I had people say, "Oh, it smells so good. It smells good in there." Hey, and how about that when we went over there to that chili restaurant? And what did I give? What did I give that waiter?
Oh yeah, waiter the pin, you know, for the marketing. You know, spread the card for us. You know, free sample. Yeah, Steve walking around with a pocket smelling good. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what about old boy, my partner down there in what's that? Where y'all live at down there? Lafayette.
Store Lafayette. Yeah.
See, I brought you into that store, One Love, right?
Yeah, One Love, bro.
Now I could have kept that a big secret, huh?
Good.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Only a fool would do something like that. I knew you could cater to him and help him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, really, you remember when I told you, I said, man, I said right now, I said we should have our phones out taping this little situation, because, man, it got crowded in that store for a minute.
Yeah. So. We were all being individuals, and all of a sudden we ended up being a group.
Yeah, man.
And we're talking about how to better the mind, the body, and the soul.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? I could tell that he felt the energy, because it was a different level of engagement with the customers, and it was a different level of energy that's normally in his place of business.
Right. Because what did I do? I called them young dudes over there, didn't I?
That's right.
I said, come on over here. I said, excuse me, son. I said, do you need some extra cash?
That's right. That's right.
And both of them were game.
That's right, bro. That's right. And he asked that one brother, I said, man, you got any other, friends, who would like to get some of this product? He was like, man, absolutely. He said, I would love to meet you. He said, you think you can sell some of this stuff? He said, hey, man, the only thing I need is the opportunity.
That's what he said. He said, if I can get the opportunity, it would just make his day. That's all he wanted.
Man. So that cat got to do just open up his heart, man. Open up his heart and just begin wholesale. I mean, because he got the people coming in there, especially out that way there, because there's only One Love and one store in Lafayette that's selling that amount of products. You know what I'm saying?
And that range of products.
Yeah.
See, he got range. Most people ain't got no range like that.
Right.
You tell he got clothes, he got dresses, he got Bob Marley apparel, incense, body oils, burning oils, jewelry, music. I mean,
right.
Flags.
Shea butter, black soap, conditioner for natural hair. I was impressed by his selection, man. I saw some names and some stuff in there that I never even witnessed before. So, yeah.
His establishment could be the main hub for mass distribution. This dude, all he has to do is mark up all the clothes 30%, 33%, 35% wholesale, and then sell. So you got to buy 12 pieces to get it at this price. You got to buy 6 pieces to get it at this price.
Right.
Because one of the gentlemen said, "Oh man, all my people will wear this stuff." It's crazy, right? This is what happens. This is what happens when you talk about the future, about saving for our children, now the inheritance, and it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
Generational wealth. It's going to be very difficult to pass down generational wealth the way he's doing it.
That's right. That's right.
No, because you know what? You can get, ladies and gentlemen, you'll get tired. You'll give up before you go on. Because if you don't use our right faculties, our right mind to understand that we got to create wealth for others, this is where the power is at. Listen, anybody ever been in any position of power knows that. Empower yourself. Bless others. Show them the way. Teach them which way they need to be going. Show them how to bring in extra income, how to bring in some money that's going to be residual income for the rest of their lives, the rest of their children's lives, and the rest of their children's lives. You teach them generational wealth. It's one of the hardest things that you're going to be able to teach our people. But when it hits full speed, it's going to be the easiest thing to teach. Because now we got a whole community of people thinking the same way. We got to do it.
Powerful.
Powerful, man.
That's powerful, man.
When you got children, and I told you, Keith, when you begin to teach your little lesson, when you start teaching your lessons, and you got your group of people and you're teaching and you're doing it on your broadcast, you got to be kidding me, man. That whole region down there will never be the same.
Yeah, man. And you know, I have this lady. Actually, one of my tax clients. I was talking to her last night.
Yes.
You know, and she's very. I mean, I told her this sister owns like 10 rental properties.
Get out of
here. And I told her, I said, I don't know. Not me personally. I mean, I know they're out there, but I don't personally know any people, you know, who own, 10 pieces of property.
Wow.
You know, but she's a single mom. She's well known and respected in the community. I was talking to her last night about some of the conversations, that her and I had when I first met her, and she had, because see, once she accomplished her goals, right, once she accomplished her goals of getting the 10 properties, then her life came to a standstill.
Stagnant.
And she was looking for more. She wanted more, and then she was, she loved to help kids, and say she loved to mentor, but she didn't know how to package it, and she had a story to tell, but guess what?
She had no product to sell.
So I revisited, that need and that wanting to nurture and mentor, young ladies. It's like, look, she like your wife. It's the only difference is your wife this lady hasn't written a book yet. See, your wife was compelled for whatever reason, right, to write that book, and she got it out there. The only thing she got to do is just market it more. I mean, she every day, she needs to be walking on introducing, herself and her book to young women out here and older women, because they need it. So this sister right here, right? Mm-hmm. See, I'm going to get her to get back to what it was at her next dream, and that's having an organization where she's mentoring, young girls in the community and teaching them about real estate, and teaching them about how a woman can actually do whatever it is that she puts her mind to.
Oh, wow.
But I'm going to introduce her to the oil and fragrance business.
You're done.
And say, look, this is a product, right, that you can allow and teach these young women to begin to generate capital, to prepare themselves to do whatever it is that they want to do.
You got it, man.
We're going to make that happen for her this week. I just got to take the time, and hold her hand and say, look, you can do it. You got the body of work, but now just let me introduce you to a system, right, that I've been introduced to, that it allow your next goal and your next dream and your legacy.
And make it come true.
That's right.
To make it
Right.
come true in real time.
That's right, real time. Right.
Excited. She's gonna be so excited to know that she can now really support, have something to really support her dreams and her aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, there's not too many people that aspire to be a superstar.
Yes.
See, I couldn't do it through basketball. See, I knew at some point I wasn't going to be a pro basketball player. But I knew I was going to be a pro at whatever I touched.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to bring that same energy to it. And some.
Mm-hmm.
When you're an athlete, or inspired to be anything, a homeowner, have apartments galore, in your right mind, right? You can do it. So you go and accomplish it. And then what happens? Like you said, you can get stagnant there. But the thing is, how many people can you help? How many people can you help? Now, how many people can she help to, like you said, to teach other girls and women to acquire properties? And now she got the fulfillment of what she actually was thinking about. Now come to fruition because she's teaching it. Imagine she getting in front of a camera teaching it.
Mm. Mm.
It ain't about those seminars right now. It's about teaching what you know, getting it out there in the open, and all of a sudden, people saying, can you do that over here? And I'll pay you to do it. Just that simple. The art of what you getting ready to do, Keith, teaching people, your sales reps, how to do giveaway campaigns, right? Free samples and how to market towards the stores and the gas stations and said, let me bring more business to your place so that once we get this product going, we'll leave and go into another building. We'll enhance that store with your product and then you move on to the next stores.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It is.
I mean, we're just building legacy. Your name is going to get known all around that. Oh, that state ain't never going to be the same. You got 1, 2 distributors out there doing that thing, and all of a sudden here come 2, 4, then 6, 8, then 16, 32. And then they're saying, they never seen nothing like that before. Not in the fragrance industry. They might have did it with, like you said, power drinks and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Keith, man, I love you, man. I do. I appreciate you, everything you do. Thank you for allowing, bringing out even more. Bringing out more of me. You feel me?
I appreciate you even more, bro. I swear. Because I know my life is going through a metamorphosis right now, every day, every second of the day, and I'm conscious of it. And I really, hey, bro, like I say, I thank God for you because I'm getting lessons now that I ain't gotten in the last 44 years of my life. So I'm tremendously blessed, bro, right now.
Well, praise God. Praise His holy name. Praise His holy name, everybody. I hope you all learned something today. This is something that we need to take to our children. Sit them down. Sit down. I want to talk to you about the future. I want to teach you about generational wealth, not generational curses. No more generational curses. Just generational wealth. And just get after it, folks. I want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to come into your homes, into your office, into your car, into your phones, into your cars, whatever. I want to thank you, and I want to say God bless you to all of you. Hey, have a great day, Brother Keith.
You too, bro.
All right, talk to you in a minute.
All right.
Over and out. And God bless everybody. Don't forget, if you need to do an interview, 15-minute free interview, give me a call, Sir Media Group, where we put your business in the streets. See you this Saturday from 10 to 2 to 5 o'clock. 2 to 5 o'clock. Be listening, looking out for email blasts. Peace and love. God got a blessing. Go and play a little music.
Come on. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Oh, yeah, yeah. Come on, God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing.